Yo, this scrap Dizzy from the DD block. Yo, and when you come to my town, you gotta check in. Shut the fuck up. You guys need to cut that shit. What the fuck you gonna do when you check in? You gonna give him a free ride around the city? You gonna give him a free ride? You gonna give him room and board? You gonna buy him some drinks? Check in for what? You black people need to cut this shit out. Don't nobody else have to check. Black people, the only people gotta talk about they gotta check in to a fucking city that you don't own. You go all over America and you can't find 5 black men that own a skyscraper. But you talking about we gotta check in. You gotta check into a city when you go to that city. Why? For what? All you're gonna do is rob each other for gold chains that ain't worth shit. Diamonds ain't worth shit. Diamonds serve no purpose but to look at. That's the only purpose diamonds serves. And the only reason they're valuable is because the jewelry industry said they're valuable. But you call diamonds valuable, Africans call them shits rocks. Because that's what they are. And they always say they're rare. Diamonds are not rare. If diamonds are rare, why they ain't every jewelry store you go into? If they're rare. And they say diamonds are a girl's best friend. Well, let her buy some. Let her buy her damn self then. If they're so much of her best friend. But they teach you how to be a trick. So you go buy a girl some diamonds and she might give you some nookie. And the nookie, and the whole orgasm don't last for 3 seconds. You break your whole neck buying a passport and shit to go get some pussy, and the orgasm don't last for 3 seconds. But back to what I was saying, you guys talking about checking into the city for what? Why y'all be doing this shit? What is this shit about? White people ain't got to check in when they go to a new city. Who they check in with? Mexicans ain't got to check in. Africans ain't got to check in. Jamaicans ain't got to check in. Asians black Americans, the only people that talk about we got to check into a city. And like I said, you go all over America and you can't find 5 black men that own a skyscraper. All them skyscrapers you see when you be going into these major cities are owned by white people. White people and Asians. That's why you be talking about why Asians don't be getting picked on and why be outspoken for Asians. That's because Asians got money. Asians got a group. Asians practice group economics. They got an economical base. Black people, we don't have an economical base. But you act like we got to check in because that's our economical base. Check in for what? That's what I keep telling y'all. Black people, we go all over America. We spend all our money, but we don't have an economical base. You go all over America, in any black neighborhood you go to, the Asians ain't got to check in. They got the Chinese restaurant. Why don't tell them to check in? Every black ghetto you go to in America, you got a Chinese restaurant, you got a liquor store, and a corner store, and a laundromat, and shit like that. And most of it is not black owned. You don't make them people that own. You don't make the people that don't own that to check in. We be bugging out, boy. We bugging out. Bugging out. If you like to read, then you'll enjoy my poetry, my comedy, and my short stories. Don't beat your children or they'll turn out like me and corner stores in the middle of the block.